What's going on, guys? This is 2D51 here, and I'm have another NU match against exclusivee3, which is a really cool guy. He's only been playing for a month, but he's actually really good. So yeah, let's get started. I start off with my metang as he goes for his Yama, and his Yama is obviously gonna go for the hypnosis. So I go into my knocked out, and it has insomnia, which is great for me, which means it can be put to sleep by hypnosis. And it pretty much walls his Yanma because it's a special wall, and yeah. So I go for the toxic on his Hypno as he goes for toxic on me, and I don't have the cycle shift, which is pretty bad. But I know yeah, he's going for the seismic, so I decided to switch into my Metang, and that's pretty good for me. I'm just gonna go for the stealth rocks because I know a Metang walls him pretty much completely. As he goes for his Almaldo, I'm just gonna keep on going for the meteor mash just to get some damage on this thing and to scout out if he was either offensive or defensive, which really helped. And he switched into his Maldo because just to get the rocks in. And I don't know if he had that rapid spin yet because he didn't go for it right here, but he decided to go for the rock slide, which just doesn't do anything to me. And things are looking pretty good. I just go for another meteor match, but he predicts that and goes into his Slow King. And I did not want to deal with the Slow King because Slow Kings are pretty bulky, especially in the NU tier. They just really knock things down. So I go for the explosion right off the bat because I did not want to deal with this. And it gets rid of the Slow King easy because their defense is actually not that great compared to his special defense. So that's really good for me. I decided to switch into my Dusclops. I was trying to force him into his Yanma, and I actually do. So we both pull a double switch, which was great for me. So because I got my Noctowl, which completely walls the Yanma, like I said, because Hypnosis and Noctowl is a special wall, and I do carry the Whirlwind on this Noctowl, so I use it right now just to whenever he switches back in. He'll take more stealth rock damage, and I will pretty much KO the Yanma. So I will win him into the Hypno, and I thought he would switch here, but instead he goes for the Wish as I go for the Roost. And yeah, I try to get more health as I will probably go for the Reflect. I think. No, I switched into my Shogun because I predicted the seismic toss, and he does go back into his Armando, which I didn't think he was gonna do, but that was actually a really good play on his part, because now he's at full health and I have nothing to pretty much take down this Armando because it's really defensive poke, and so I try to take it down as much as I can. So I go for the Dragon Dance on the Shogun. And so I'm gonna keep on going for the Dragon Dance until I get enough to take down this Armaldo with a Brick Break. But that doesn't happen because he goes for the Rapid Spin and he'll keep on going for the Rock Slide. And I can't take that many Rock Slides. So I go for the Brick Break, trying to see how much it would do, and it doesn't do that much at all. So that was a big waste. And I know I can't take another rock slide, so I go straight for the outrage here. And I thought I was gonna sweep at this point, but yeah, that takes down the Armaldo. As you will see here, why I said at this point. So it goes into a shift 3. Most people have a specially based shift 3, but he runs a physical one like me, and he goes for the Sucker Punch, which is really good for him. I was predicting him to switch here because I completely wall this shift 3, and he probably thought he could take me down with the Sucker Punch. So he went for the Swords Dance, and yeah, that didn't work out for him. So I go for the Vacuum Wave, yeah. So he goes into a Yanma. I wanted to save my Monferno for later, So I decided to switch into my Noctowl, and he goes for the air slash. As I'm trying to go for the toxic, but he actually makes me flinch here, which is really bad for me because that toxic actually could have helped earlier. And he's gonna keep on going for the air slash until it takes me down, and that's a dead Noctowl. So Noctowl did his part in this match. So he goes for the hypnosis. I completely forgot I had the Lumberry on this thing, which actually works great in my favor because I have the Rock Slide, because it actually makes Pokemon flinch with Ringwraith's ability. So that's why I carry the Rock Slide. And I actually thought Camerupt was faster than my Duskparks. So that's why I switched into my Dusclops, thinking I could take... I actually predicted Explosion right off the bat, but he actually didn't go for that. And he went for the Flamethrower, which actually did a whole lot. So I can't take another one, or an Earth Power. So Dusclops did not do anything in this game. So that was terrible for me. And I find out later that my Duskparks actually is faster than Camerupt. And it was a good thing that I did get that Parahack right there. And I go for the Headbutt as he switches into Hypno. That's really bad for me because he's going to go for the Toxic here. And I don't have my Lumberry anymore because, of course, it was already used on the Hypnosis. And I go for the Headbutt, thinking that I was faster and hoping to make him flinch, but that doesn't happen. And he actually has a little bit of health left, so he takes his time to set up the Wish as I go for another Headbutt, and that will take down the Hypno. But so he goes into his last poke and his Camerupt, and he goes for the Protect, which I did not see at all. So now he got full health because of that Wish that Hypno used last. So that was pretty bad for me. Things are looking really bad. I go for the Headbutt, trying to get the pair flinch hacks thing working, and I predicted him to go for the Protect, so I go for the Roost, and Roost is not really a normal move on a Dunsparce, and I found out that it can learn Roost, and actually it works out pretty well for me. And he goes for another Protect just to maybe see if he can take me down later, but that's not gonna work. And I go for the Grass Knot for the win. So great game, exclusivee3. That was a really good match, toughest I've had in a while. So please challenge me if you can. Anyone, and you. Peace, YouTube.